You ever have that random sadness just come out of nowhere and just whoop your ass? You don't know how it happened. It just was there. You might have an idea, but in your head, none of it really makes sense to how it can take you to a place like this. When last week you had a whole bunch of stress and you were nowhere near that same place that you're at right now. Um, it's natural. It's okay. Um, I just turned 21, and it's almost as if I feel even more inadequate than ever before. Um, the feeling of inadequacy haunts me all the time. Uh, that's not something I knew or I could at least put into words for a very long time, but now I think I have an idea of what that is. And now that I figure that out, it's like, what do we do with this? You know? It's like somebody's giving you a tool, but you don't know what to fix it with, you know? You don't know, how do I use this to help fix something? I don't know, so I can't do anything with the tool. Um, but overall, it's a great life. You know, every day you're alive is a blessing in itself, and you should never forget that. But you are going to have those times where you're just randomly sad, and you got to take that moment of introspection to yourself, man. Like today was a good day, man. I got to see a movie with some of my family. You know what I mean? It was my 21st birthday today. Yes, I know I don't look 21. We're not going to get into that, but it was a great day. But there's this constant feeling of sadness and inadequacy just poking at me all day. And one of the reasons being rejected due to the fact of how much money is in my pocket, at least for joy. And this is not women. Widen the scope. We're not talking about women in this video, okay? This is being denied joy and comfort due to the amount of money that is in my pocket, which is controllable. I can change that. So knowing that it's changeable, but nothing has happened yet, still drives me fucking crazy. But in a way, I like it because it's what makes me go harder each and every day. Um, and you can be thankful for everything. I'm so thankful that I have a perspective like that instead of one where it's rather pessimistic and I just say, forget it all. I'm done. There's no point in doing all this because we're all going to end up in the dirt anyways. No. I'm not kicking the bucket. That's the last thing I would do. I feel like that's too easy. See, in my mind, I believe God won't give me anything that I can't handle. So in the moment, it feels horrible. It feels like, what the hell am I doing? But in the long run, you're going to be like, I can't believe I thought that was a big deal. Or at least hopefully. What seems to be working for me is constantly working for a better tomorrow. And even though I feel like shit right now, um, intrinsically, I still hold on to hope, even though I really don't feel like it, bro. There's just so much going through my head where if you go over it like to yourself, it might not seem significant to you, but on top of the rather negative mood that I'm in right now, it might seem like the cherry on top to what feels like a world colliding, man. Like it was my birthday. I got to spend it with my loved ones, but one of the only people that I really consider a best friend didn't know it was my birthday, didn't say happy birthday, uh, didn't hit me up or anything. And that's cool because people get busy, people do things. So I try not to take that personal, but you add on to the fact that they're not really there for me either. It has me reevaluating. Okay, did I consider him a best friend? And was I just like a side character to him? And that's kind of crushing because I'm not a person who has too many friends in person because of how restricted my walls are. But we take shit like that on the chin. It's okay. We move forward. Um, I know that might not seem like a big deal to any of you guys, but it gets highlighted even more when you're in an introspective and you just start in an introspective mood and you just start thinking about shit. Especially if you already have um the mood where you get sad randomly for no reason, even when it feels like life is peak when you find a sense of purpose. There's so many things to be thankful for, bro. I have a beautiful, healthy family. I got a platform. I'm growing the platform. I'm building a community. But what does it mean if I have all of that and I still come back home feeling like the worst person on earth, feeling inadequate as hell, bro? It's one of those internal battles that I gotta keep on going through. And I feel like no matter how much money I get, it's always something I'm gonna have to deal with. So it's better to address something like this now than just let it snowball into something bigger and more monstrous, more monstrous in the future. But it's crazy because if you think I have self-awareness now, bro, I was always going head to head with thoughts like these when I was younger. And I'm still having that conversation with myself today. So now I'm just thinking, did I make any progress at all if I keep having this same conversation? There's got to be something I'm doing wrong because at this point, it's pretty much just a pattern. I don't want to talk to anybody about it. That's never been the type of person I am, bro. It never, like at all. It just puts a lot of shit into it puts a lot of shit into perspective, man. Um, but even with everything that I'm saying, there's still a part of me that's still holding out hope. There's still a part of me that says everything will be all right and all of this will be worth it in the long run. No matter how down bad I get, I still always believe it's true, even if I got so many surrounding negative emotions around it. I just got done writing a note to myself, um, because sometimes I like to do that because sometimes it comes to fruition. It said, "My name, Donovan. He will get everything he wants while taking over the world. I will no longer be rejected by joy due to the amount of money I have. Donovan will have it all. Sacrifice anyone and anything that makes you weaker. Your time is coming sooner than expected. You will be ready for it. I know you will. Happy 21st. From me, of course." And what makes this a lot weirder is that I know I have people in my life that would say this exact same thing to me. But in a mood like this, something like that means nothing to me. It's like a state of numbness, and I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why it has to make its way into my life when I don't want it. Quite frankly, it pisses me off because now I got this negative energy, and that will reflect within the room that I'm in, killing the vibe and shit. When I don't want to do that, but everybody has their demon that they're fighting, and all you really can do is deal with it. I don't want you to kick the bucket over it, man. I don't want you making any short-term decisions. I don't want you making any permanent decisions that can result into something permanent. That's never the answer. And it's a lot easier said than done because when you're really living in it firsthand, it basically feels like the same thing. It feels like, bro, I am not here. I am not here. So what would be the difference? The difference is what you got going on mentally. If you even have a sliver of hope, that's more than enough, bro, just to keep on going. I question every day why I'm still here, man. I feel like I would have checked out a long time ago, but I mean, I keep coming back, so that gotta mean something, right? Um, thing that I love about social media is that you'll never really know what somebody has going on unless they tell it to you directly. But even then, it's still manipulated to the point where it's got a whole bunch of editing. They can leave out stories. They just tell you half truths. So you really never know what's going on. You know, I'm a person on social media who is looked at for some answers on things that I've been through and what other people are currently going through. And I love answering. It really feels like my life calling, bro. It feels like my purpose. That's something I want to do for the rest of my life. And, but you're helping all these people out. You want to sit there and ask yourself who the person with all the answers, or the person who seems like they have all the answers. I definitely don't have all the answers. Who does he look to for wisdom like this? And I wish I had that answer, man. Because I can only read so many books. I can only watch so many videos. I can only have so many experiences on my own. So now I feel like I got this little void inside me, and I try to distract myself from it by giving people on the internet, random people on the internet, some guidance to help them get through what they're going through. Because as a result, it kind of makes me feel better. Um, but who who is really guiding me, you know? And I guess nobody is supposed to. I'm 21 years old now, but I'd love to have a mentor that I could look up to constantly and just go to questions of life outside of my figures, outside of my parental figures, you know? I thought I had one a little while ago, but like I said, I got a little bit of self-awareness. I question everything, and the more I got to know this person I used to look up to, the more I realized he's human and he fucks up just like everybody else. And it kind of pushed me back, bro. And in a way, I felt bad about it, but at the same time, I didn't because this is my life. There are days where I just wish everything was a lot more clear than what it is right now. Because some things you won't know until time has passed. It's like a president's effect on the country. You really won't know until what, like 5, 10 years after their term. It's one of those things. But the mystery in the present is pretty much what keeps you guessing. It's what keeps you moving. It's what keeps you curious. Because if you weren't curious, you wouldn't have kept on going. That's why I say whenever you have a sliver of hope, that is more than enough. Because that little sliver is going to keep you going. It's going to keep you waking up. It's going to keep you doing the hard shit that you don't want to do. It really is hard talking about this. I don't have a script or anything. This is straight off the dome. I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't know how to verbalize it, but I don't know how to put it into words. It's almost like I want to cry right now, bro. Crazy enough, but I don't have any like tears left, man. I'm thugging it out, bro. This is not how I pictured my 21st birthday would be. I thought it would be a lot more gleeful, a little bit more happy on my end. But again, that is my fault. That is on me. That's how my brain is wired. I never know when these kinds of things happen. But the best gift I got on my 21st birthday was still being able to show up today. I know that might sound corny, cliche now, but I really do appreciate it because I don't know where I would have been if I took another turn. You know, I'm glad you're still here too, man. Whoever's listening, you made a decision to get up and keep on going, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. I'm glad you're still here with us. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for listening. Seriously, I don't have too many people that I feel comfortable with even talking about this. I don't know. I have people, but I don't utilize it. You know, if that makes sense. I can't bring myself to do that, and that's something I gotta fix on my own. But until then, I really do appreciate anybody who listened or helped me get to this point where I'm at today. It may not mean much, but it means the world to me. You're stronger than what you give yourself credit for. I'm glad you're still here. Keep on pushing. They're not going to take us out so easily. If nobody's told you today, from me to you, I love you, man. Keep on. Let's let's work.